Good morning. It is a brisk and chilly morning here in northwestern Pennsylvania. I have my breakfast here, my butter jelly toast and chocolate milk. Let's get into our next Disney devotional, which is number 18, Splash Mountain. So now that we are finally done with Fantasyland, where do we go next in the Magic Kingdom? There are many directions, as there are so many different lands and attractions in the Magic Kingdom. Many people would probably head to Tomorrowland next, which is a good choice, but we're going to keep this familiar and go where our family would probably go next. We're going to mosey on over to Frontierland. Why Frontierland, you might ask? I guess it's because it contains two of the most popular attractions in the park. They are the two rides where lines can quickly get long, and so we want to go ahead and ride those before crowds get too crazy, right? Let's go ahead and ride one of those two rides right now. The first one is a ride that happens to be my personal favorite ride in all of the Magic Kingdom. I like it because it is a very long ride. It lasts nearly 11 minutes, 10 minutes and 41 seconds to be exact. I also like the music, the story, the creativity, and the mix of thrills with peaceful moments as well. If you haven't already figured it out, I'm talking about the famous Splash Mountain. Splash Mountain is based on the 1946 film Song of the South, a somewhat controversial Disney film due to its handling of race relations. So this book, I'm looking back at the front here, copyrighted 2001. So this is almost 20 years ago. So 20 years after this was written, now we do know that Splash Mountain is being rethemed with Princess and the Frog. Anyway, this is the first Disney film ever to feature live actors alongside animated segments. The film's famous song Zippity-Doo-Dah won an Oscar for Best Song in 1947. The ride features an infamous 50-foot drop near the end that thrills and sometimes scares its riders. Lap bar restraints were added to the long tight boats in 2011. Before this, there were no restraints on the ride. Ooh. They were mainly added due to a death in 2000 when a man tried to exit the ride in progress. He told fellow passengers he felt ill and had to leave. He tried to jump out and reach an exit, but was struck by another ride vehicle and later died at a local hospital. So what can we learn from Splash Mountain besides the fact that you will definitely get wet? While that is a good lesson, I suggest that this ride also teaches us about Satan and how tricky he is. You may be wondering how in the world we can connect Satan to this fun attraction. Well, let me attempt to explain what I mean. Many people ride Splash Mountain having never seen the movie it's based on. Therefore, they really don't know the story behind the ride. Many just ride it and enjoy the fun characters and playful songs, but don't realize there is a story going on. The whole ride focuses on Brer Fox and Brer Bear trying to capture Brer Rabbit. They go through many attempts to get him and do indeed capture him near the end of the ride. But Brer Rabbit is smart. He's cunning and tricky, and he uses a little reverse psychology to escape. He tells Fox and Bear to please don't throw me into that briar patch. Being not too smart themselves, that's exactly what they do, not knowing that's where Brer Rabbit wanted to go all along. That's his home. That's where he's comfortable. He wanted to go to the briar patch all along to escape their chase. So at the end of the ride, we see him smiling and laughing in the briar patch, having fooled Brer Fox and Bear. And while we may root for Brer Rabbit and be happy he escaped, I suggest that the devil is very similar in how he fools us. Like Brer Rabbit, the devil is smart and knows our weaknesses. Brer Rabbit knew the weaknesses of Fox and Bear and used their stupidity, to put it bluntly, to get what he wanted. In the same way, Satan knows what tempts us. He knows what we are good at resisting and what we aren't so good at. He uses reverse psychology also to tell us it's okay to do something we really shouldn't do. 1 Peter 5:8 tells us that the devil prowls around like a lion, seeking someone to devour. That someone is you and me. 2 Corinthians 11 even tells us that Satan disguises himself. He is sneaky and will trick all of us. He will make us think, say, or do something that may seem fine at the time, but really goes against God and His Word. Splash Mountain is a great ride and a fun adventure that I could personally ride over and over. I love every part of it, and I think you will too. But focus a little more on the story playing out next time, or what little time we have left with Splash Mountain. Watch how sneaky Brer Rabbit is at the end, and keep in mind how sneaky the devil is as well. Like Ephesians 4:27 says, give no opportunity to the devil. Don't let him trick you. Thank you so much for joining me for this one today. Next one will be Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. I'll see you next time for that one. All right, bye.